Out of all the issues that come before the legislature, and I think there are usually more than 3,000 bills, what are the most top of mind issues for Democrats in the 2013 session?
Well, it's always going to be education, but we have some election issues that are different this session that we're dealing with. But by far, the most important issue right now is Medicaid expansion, and whether it be title Medicaid or just insurance for working families is what we want to see, and it's a critical need, and more importantly, it's a blessed opportunity to take advantage of the benefits that are out there on the table right now.
Well, let's talk about Medicaid. It seems like policy direction is all over the place. The governor is saying he's open to Medicaid expansion at least for 3 years to take advantage of the federal money coming down. We've had plans to totally get out of Medicaid and do a state-run program. We've had plans to start a private insurance model using some Medicaid dollars. And that creates kind of a confusion, I would think. If you're a legislator and you're trying to figure what direction you're going in, and probably confusion in the private market.
Well, I think that a lot of the confusion stems from the reluctance on the part of the state of Florida going back to 2010 to embrace the expansion effort. You know, we waited until the Supreme Court and then the presidential election. But one of the things the Supreme Court did when they said that the affordable health care is the law of the land, it gave states option. You know, you take this portion, but if you want to expand, that's up to the state. And therein where's the confusion coming in. You have states who are saying, well, we don't want to expand. You have states saying, well, we'll expand, but we want to do it this way. And the federal government has, in my opinion, been reasonable, saying you don't have to just do it the way we want, but these are some of the things that have to be included. And then you can draw down in the state of Florida's position, $50+ billion over the next 10 years. It's a little difficult to turn that down. The governor, you're right, said that he wants to do it for 3 years. That's the 3 years where the federal government is going to pay 100% of the care. Now, after that, it may go to 90%, but it'll never be less than 90% that they pay. And if you ask our hospitals across the state, if you ask the needy residents across the state, the stakeholders who know what's going on, they'll tell you that it's a no-brainer, that we should be taking it. Although the Senate is doing it under a different name, they want to take it. The governor was opposed to it initially, but he's on board now. It's just the House at this point have not put forth a plan of how we will draw down those monies. Again, it's 130% above the poverty level, but it's a lot of money, a lot of services, and more importantly, they're talking about 55,000 jobs, not just your run-of-the-mill jobs, good jobs that it brings to the state of Florida. So, you know, I'm hopeful that we will be able to embrace it and move forward.
Could this be an issue that might require a special session or two to wind up?
Well, if you have the Senate including a certain portion of that money in their budget and is none in the budget for the House, it could require a special session just to address this issue. I'm hopeful that it doesn't come to that. It really doesn't have to come to that, but if it takes that to get it right for the people of the state of Florida on such a critical issue, then we have to do what we have to do. We've been elected to make these decisions, and we need to take the time to make the right decisions for the people of the state of Florida.